I'm a baby backpacker, so my experience leading into hiking with Mom in northern Georgia is not much. I took a couple weekends and backpacked the North Country Trail and pictured rocks in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. I've done a lot of day hiking, but nothing really that prepared me for this trail. While hiking the Appalachian Trail with Mom was an amazing experience, there was nothing I could have done to prepare myself for that. I didn't have any expectation of what the trail was going to look like, but with my experience on the North Country Trail in Michigan, the hardest parts of that trail were the most normal parts of what we had hiked in our time.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning!
We are at Unicoi Gap. We just arrived, and our shuttle will be coming anytime now. But we stayed last night in Blairsville, Georgia at the Seasons Hotel, and got in at like 78-degree weather down here in Georgia. It's a beautiful morning, and so we'll check in with you in a couple more minutes.
This is the famous boot tree at Neel Gap. They say that 25% of the hikers who attempt the trail every year end their trip here because of the intensity of what they had just come over Blood Mountain, coming from south to north from Amicalola. It's a very hard hike, and if you make it this far, you got to give yourself credit, even if you may not have finished.
See, I had to change my shirt because I guess this is not the run for Michigan State this year for the NCAA. Boo-hoo. Okay, we're gonna get off real quickly here from Neel Gap. So look at us. We are all set and ready to go. See that arch, or that portal behind us? We're headed towards that direction. It's the only covered area of the Appalachian Trail man-made. Yay! See you in a sec.
Kinda looks like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, doesn't it? Hiker registry. And the trail that leads beyond Neel Crossing. So we are on top of Levelland Mountain, and if you can use your imagination and look through past the trees to the mountain view that is before us. Man, what a blessing today is.
My experience on the trail was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed all the sights and all of the quietness out there. Even though the trail was pretty difficult, I embraced it and just absolutely loved it.
Looking backwards, just a nice place to sit, have a lunch, take a breather. This is on Levelland Mountain.
Pose for me.
So we're just sitting by the water. Drinking and filtering and drinking and filtering. We experienced just a little section where there was no water, and we became short on it and parched, so we're very grateful for this little water source. Before the Baggs Creek campsite, I think there is a water source at the Baggs Creek campsite, but we will see. For now, we got water, and we only have about mile and 0.2 to go. How you doing, Sharon?
Good. We set up our first bear bag, and the most difficult part, I feel like, was finding the right tree to use. But we threw it up several times to get it in the spot that was gonna work. And my food bag was way heavier than Mom's food bag, but we did get it up there, and it even survived through the rain.
Okay, this was our first attempt at throwing a bear bag line. But if you can take the big steps to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is pretty. We slept on top of a mountain, and as we were getting ready to go to bed, we could hear the wind blowing through the mountains, and it got very windy, and it was pretty cool to hear. Also, we heard some barred owls talking to each other. I guess it was their mating season, so they were pretty active, and that was cool to hear them.
Oh, good morning. Well, we made it through our first day. We ended up staying at Baggs Creek campsite, and there was a water source too. Sharon did really awesome. Rain came in, a lot of wind, but we all stayed dry. I want to get off, but she's trying to talk me to stay.
So this is a view, one of the many splendid views from Cow Rock Mountain. And we just happened to be blessed with a beautiful morning. Let's see if I can zoom that up. There were a couple of birds that were just soaring like it was no big deal. I don't see them right now though.
I didn't have any disappointments on the trail. I was just a little bummed when we had to stop our trip, but I'm just so proud of my mom and all the accomplishments she's made in these past years as far as her health goes. If you looked at her 3 years ago, you would never have thought that she'd be climbing these mountains today.